This is Sunny and Camo at a TLC lesson, a TLC rant. I'm going to let it go through regular play and then do a slow play review, critiquing it.
Outside leg. Good. Go on. Good job. Whoa. Send up.
Okay, I like how when you take off, Sunny, you have you got your correct lead. What I would say to you is maybe next time, instead of starting so close to the right side of the alleyway, be a little bit more over here, be more centered with third barrel. That way you give him an easier approach into first. What happens when you come in too straight is sometimes you end up going top side instead of giving him a nice arc and being able to come in tighter to the barrel. So right here, where you should have rated, he's starting to get under himself for rate. You're starting to change your body position. You know, you haven't gone to the horn just yet, but you're starting to sit down. He's starting to get his pivot foot up under him for rate, which would be good. But you're in here so tight, he's forced to get past the barrel to come in. So what you want to do next time is come in a little bit like this, so that way you only have a 3 or 4 foot pocket instead of a 6 foot pocket. Okay, so watch when you come in here. You're out here closer to the spot 1 cone, which is a good 8 feet away from the barrel. So you want to give him a little bit more arc so you can come in to between 3 and 4 feet of pocket, not 6 or 7 feet of pocket, okay? So that'll help shave off time. So you're going to want to adjust yourself to where you give him a little bit more arc coming in, and then just tighten up your pocket so you're not topside. Okay, so then right there, he starts his turn just a little bit early. See what happens when you start your turn, when your shoulder gets to the barrel, the butt will swing, and then he's forced to kind of loses his pocket on the backside and your hand's really high. We want to get your hand lower. We want him to come in here instead of come in way out there. Okay, and then we want to go straighter longer so that his turn, he starts his turn when his butt gets to the barrel, not his shoulder. So he has one stride here, one stride here. But instead, he loses his pocket. So he makes a good recovery coming out. Okay, but you just started that turn a little bit. I do like how you're holding the horn and throwing him his head and starting to lean forward so he can run out of the turn. That's really nice. You got back to 2 hands, good. You're looking and riding between his ears at your spot, but just a little bit early, Sonny, you look in. Had you stayed in this position was good, but then right there, Sonny, you start to look in. As soon as you go to the horn, you look in and you kind of pull him on the turn. So by pulling on him, instead of dropping your hand and floating him, and just release this pressure, and don't make him start his turn with his shoulder. Let your leg get to the barrel or his hip get to the barrel. Let him have more room here, so that way he doesn't have to come out so tight, because then he has to rainbow to the next barrel. So you want to let him get a little bit up in the hole. So get your leg or his hip to the barrel next time before you pull on that rein. Get that hand down here. Keep that hand low and let him get in the hole before you ask for the turn. 1, 2, so he has to take a 3rd step around that barrel because of the fact that you're pulling on him right there at spot 1 instead of on between cone 1 and the backside cone spot 2. This is where you start your turn. This is where you finish your turn. You're starting your turn back in this area. Okay, so now you let him go, but because you made him start his turn a little early, now he should have kept his line nice and straight from this inside of this cone to the inside of the next cone, but instead you do a rainbow, which is going to eat up the clock as well. So if you'll notice, you're outside of spot 1 cone, which is 8 or 9 feet at that cone, so that means you're 10 or 12 feet away from the barrel here. You should have been, that cone here to that cone is 8 feet. You should have stayed in this line. You should have stayed 3 to 5 feet away from the barrel. That's way too far over. So what you're going to do is not start your turn so soon. Get your hand lower going in, and then just pick him up on the exit, on the back side of the barrel. Between spot 2 and spot 3 is where you're going to sit, lift, turn your body, and use your outside leg, but not right here. Okay? So that'll help with this. Okay? And now, this barrel, you're too big a pocket going in, but it's okay because you end up trying to give it back to them. See, you're like, oh gosh, we're too. But see, this is what happens when your pockets are too big. The butt swings, the shoulder drops, so you're trying to compensate with your hand forward and getting back in the go position, which was good on your part. That was a good instinct for you to stay up. And then you were smart and sat and picked him up on the backside, so you were able to finish that turn. But he still steps off. So had you come in correctly and then floated him here and picked him up there, you would have finished tighter. Instead, you step off wide on your exit too. But all in all,
Hey,
Sunny,
go
this is a nice way you pull up on your horn and you pitch him his head. That's really good. But Sunny, from where you guys started to where you are now, you're doing great. I'm really proud of you. These little critiques are not meant to do anything except help you improve and start cutting off seconds on your time. So good job, little girl. Proud of you.
Good job.